Hello everyone, I am back. I am back from Australia, and I am back on the road. There's Foley and Yennefer. Guess what day it is? It's Bike Mod Day, which I was thinking about it, and is a pretty rare day for me. My bike has been in a steady state for at least 2 years. Pretty much the last major modification that I made to the bike was when I put the luggage racks on. So yeah, since 2023, I have not changed my setup. When I was in Australia, Ride ADV makes these really nice luggage racks. They are designed for soft luggage only. They're not really made to take hard luggage. And I really liked them. One of the big things was they were easily used with steg pegs, which I had on my 690, and I want to put on my Tenere, but I've been having problems with getting them to fit with the Outback Motortech racks. It's really fiddly. First, I'm going to work on getting the old racks off, which shouldn't be too difficult. So let's start doing this thing. Air filter's still pretty clean. Nothing looks like it's living in here, so that's good. God, my nose will not, it's gotta be the sagebrush. I'm gonna have to probably take an allergy pill tonight. So I sprayed silicone lube into the holes, ran the bolts through the holes to clean them out a little bit, because I'm sure there was like some Loctite and stuff left in there. That helped a lot. So the other side, I'm going to have to kind of loosen the camel tank up and get a little tricky with it, because I'm essentially going to have three things here. Because I'm going to have the camel tank, I'm going to have the steg pegs, and I'm going to have the luggage. And so it's just a lot of metal vying for the same space. There we go. Spacer, which is pretty ingeniously designed, because it supports the weight of the thing too. And Greg recommends you use a screwdriver, which is what I'm going to do, to basically force the holes to line up to get at least one of the things in there. There we go. Make sure all that stuff's out of the way. And realistically, this should be the hard one, you know. I'm having to line up three things. Oh, I got it. There we go. I might got it. It's just really hard to tell, because there's 65 things in my view, and so I can't tell. Oh, I got it. And I know somebody's going to talk about damaging the threads by shoving a screwdriver in there. That's also why I'm using a Phillips and not a flathead, so I don't have the one side completely snugged up. But it was a good opportunity to show you the difference between these racks and like the Outback Motortech racks. So when I line the holes up, basically, you can see just how far back the Outback Motortech rack sits, and at a slightly different angle. So these are very form-fitting, and they sit further forward to keep the weight off the very back of the bike, which is what you want. You want the weight kind of close to your riding position if you can. The fit is very snug. I was messaging back and forth with Greg a little bit last night of like, dude, I don't think these fit. And he was like, no, trust me, they do. And he was right. But I mean, they are close. Alright, in theory at least, this side should be significantly easier, because I only have to line up two things. Oh, there it is. Somebody's ankle biter dog over here won't shut up. Alright. I really liked these racks when I was in Australia. They were really good, which is why I got a pair before I came home. So, if you're interested in a set, email RideADV. They have links to them on their website, and you can order one. They're about as expensive as any other rack. The problem is customs and import. So shipping and everything like that costs about another $100. And with the tariffs and everything that's going on right now, who the hell knows? But you do get, because of the way the dollar works with the Australian dollar, it's essentially 40% off. So yeah, and they're really nice racks.
Several days later.
All right. Let's go check out Mesa Verde. Yeah, welcome to Cortez / Mancos. Nice little RV park. Been here for about a week. Gonna be here until I head down to Flagstaff and get ready for Overland Expo. So I'm not gonna be able to see, unfortunately. I can't go on a tour. The tours are where you can go to go in the dwellings. I can't do that because they don't start doing those until May. And the reason I'm going now is apparently the weather is about to change. So tomorrow it's supposed to be raining, and then Friday potentially I might actually have snow. Hello, I have an access pass.
Sure, I'll sit down.
Have a good one. Okay, so what is Mesa Verde? The people built their entire community up on a cliff face. There was a natural kind of bowl in the rock that sheltered them from above, but also gave them a surface to build on. And so they built these cliff dwellings. And Mesa Verde's huge. Most cliff dwellings are 2 or 3 family groups. You know, it's not big. It's not a whole bunch of people. Mesa Verde was a city. You know, Mesa Verde was the entire town. And so it's at least dozens. I'll have to look it up. You know, it might be over 100 buildings, 100 structures. And the other part of it is it's still standing. They did have a fire come through here a while ago, but it didn't get any of the cliff dwellings. It affected all of the national park stuff. And up here, you know, it's cooler than the surrounding area so that the summers aren't quite as bad. It's the winters are a little bit milder because if I'm remembering correctly, it's a south-facing cliff, and so you get the winter sun to keep everything warm. And it was adobe construction for the most part, so once, you know, it stays the same temperature most of the time. I'll put it in the description and stuff, kind of when it was occupied and stuff like that, but it was a thriving community for a while. So, alright, I'm not going to film all the way there because it's 20 miles away and you don't care. So I will see you once I get to the parking lot.
A few inches later.
Walking down to what is called the Cliff Palace. So, nothing to really see until you get down there, but here we go. There it is. 150 rooms, 21 separate structures. I forgot, I can't go down there because I'm not on a tour, and the tours don't start until May. But yeah, this is one of the largest, if not the largest, individual structures. And it was surrounded by another community, so again, this is kind of where they would go for safety. I'm trying to remember when I was here last. I was definitely young, but I remember doing a tour and going down there and seeing all of it. It was really cool. So you're not going to be able to see it, but across the valley here, you can see where the fire got to. And I'll film on the way back out. You go through the burn scar, but the fire got to right there. And it didn't affect any of this stuff, but it burned down a bunch of the Park Service buildings. It's an alcove below you. Can't see it from here, but this is what it looks like. This one's north facing. That's interesting. They normally didn't do that because the winters would be kind of brutal. But yeah, it's just along this canyon. It is unfortunate because you just can't see a whole lot of it from the road, or even from the parking lots. You have to really kind of get down there before you see any of it. But that was also kind of the idea, you know. They made these cliff dwellings. They built these in these areas because it was safer, you know. I come out to what's called Spruce Tree House, which is another one of these big settlements. Same deal, can't get to it, but I can show you it. Which is down there. So I'm going to walk as far down there as I can, but I can't get to the actual dwellings, unfortunately. 8 different kivas, 120 rooms, somewhere between 8 and 9 families. That's the 3rd largest. So there's 2 other ones that are even bigger. But yeah, it makes you realize how steep some of the trails and footpaths they had when people were living here must have been. Alright, well, I'm not going to do a 2-mile, half-mile loop. Because I'm not looking to go hike for the next 2 hours. So we're going to head back up because that's all there is. Alright. Well, it's too bad I can't show you more of that. It is really neat. But everything's closed for the off season. Unfortunately, the museum's kind of meh. It is cool though. It's cool that it's as preserved as it is, you know. It shows you why they settled here and built everything here, because it was protected. But we'll pop out here in a little bit and I'll show you where the fire came through. It's right here actually. I knew it was close. I couldn't remember how close it was though. But yeah, here's where the fire got to. Yeah, here's the main part of the fire. Good Lord. Alright, well, I'm gonna head back. Hopefully get there before it starts raining on me, because it looks like it's going to start.
2 hours later.